Hello everyone and welcome to my presentation. As you know, the fruits and vegetables are an important part of a healthy diet. They provide many vitamins and minerals for the body. And well, there's nothing like relishing the freshness of a juicy strawberry or taking a bite of a crunchy carrot, right? However, these days with coronavirus putting the city in lockdown, and the experts advise to take as few trips to the market as you can. So that's the reason you have to think about the ways to preserve the fruits and vegetables for a long time. However, almost everyone makes some mistake when preserving their fruits and vegetables, causing them to spoil quickly. So today I would like to share with you 4 useful tips to keep the fruits and vegetables fresh longer. The first tip is the preliminary processing of the fruits and vegetables. The second tip is the classification. The third tip is using vinegar, and the last one is to pay attention to storage temperature. Now I'm going to talk about the first tip is the preliminary processing of the fruits and vegetables. Depending on the types of fruits and vegetables, you can decide whether to prepare them first or not. For example, for the root vegetables like carrots, potatoes, and beets, they have lots of soil on the skin, but you don't have to wash them because the soil have to keep the vegetables fresh for a long time. However, some types of beans such as peas and bell peppers, they they should be cut into pieces and dipped into the boiling water, then put to the cold water to reduce the temperature suddenly, and store in the fridge. This method keeps for 2 to 3 days, but it still maintains the nutrients. Now let's move on to the second tip is the classification. Each has a vegetable and fruit has its own preservation method because of the different storage humidity conditions. Therefore, it's not always possible to preserve the fruits and vegetables by putting them on in the plastic bag and storing in the fridge. For the leafy vegetables, they are more easy to soak in moisture from the environment, so you should drop them in the paper towel to prevent excess moisture. For the potato, you should store them in a dark black paper bag, not close to the ground, because they will germinate and cause poisoning. And for the fruits, such as plums, mangoes, pears, and bananas, they can produce ethylene. A substance can stimulate the fruit ripening. If these fruits are placed too close to other vegetables such as eggplants, watermelons, potatoes, and carrots, they will spoil quickly. So, therefore, the best way to preserve the fruits is to separate and classify. Now, let's turn to the third tip is using vinegar. Are you surprised to hear that the vinegar can keep the fruits and vegetables fresh longer? Yes, that's true. You can mix water with some vinegar to make a mixture. Plus the berries, apples, green onions, bell peppers, tomato, and pears. Soak in this mixture for 5 minutes and then rinse them under fresh water. Now you can store this in your fridge for a longer span. Finally, you should pay attention to the storage temperature. The best temperature at 1 to 4 degrees Celsius can prevent the bacteria from spoiling the food. Overall, let's remember to know the basic processing, the classification, use of vinegar, and pay attention to the storage temperature to be able to enjoy your fresh vegetable. Thank you for listening.